Here is a very quick five-minute review. Anybody buys one of these items. Now, this is an ASDA hose switch splitter. As you can see, this dial changes which of these two nozzles it comes out of, either if it's on the 1 and 2 setting, out of both of them. If it's on one setting, then out of this one, and if it's on the 2 setting, this one. Very useful. And I think this one is about 4 years old, and I've noted that it started to leak. Now, a rather strange thing is it appears to be the moulding on the plastic. I don't know whether you're going to be able to detect this on film or not, but it's been fine for about 3.5 years, maybe 4, and it's an imperfection in the moulding, or it's just fatigue on the plastic in the moulding. So if you can see here, there's this tiny little, what appears to be a scratch just along here, and this item has failed. It now sprays a very fine, minute jet of water from this scratch. And in fact, it's not really a scratch. I think what it is a kind of plastic fatigue line. So yeah, if you can see that there, which rather surprised me because it appeared to be sort of leaking water from the edge of this label, and then when I peeled it back I was like, there's no problem there. Yeah, so I didn't realize the plastics could fatigue in this way. I don't know whether this back surface here is maybe too thin in places, but it's certainly fatigued there and now leaks water, so I've got to buy another one. So I mean, this is one of those cases in point where perhaps something is, almost looks like this back comes off now that I'm looking at under the camera. I thought it was a single molded piece of plastic, but it might be that this piece is just sort of encapsulated on. I have to investigate this. But anyway, warning, couple of minute warning review for ASDA hose switch. Yeah, seems to have fatigued and failed over time. So maybe metal is the only answer for these things. I don't know. There we go. Anyway, I thought I'd put this review up just in case anybody else was thinking about buying it. I mean, obviously, these kind of things nowadays are manufactured by various brands, so maybe look for one that's a bit more robust than this one, I think. I don't know any other way to state it, but I think that this is not strong enough, which is quite surprising because it feels very strong, but the plastic has fatigued. I live in an area which is up a hill, so I think the water company is often pumping the pressure up quite high to get it up the hill. And I think, that maybe that's helped with the fatiguing process. Again, I'll show you how small the imperfection is on the surface. I mean, you wouldn't really think the water was coming out of it, but it is. So let's just see if I can angle it again. So it's this tiny little, what looks like a scratch along there, like it's a surface scratch, but it's not a surface scratch. I think that's a fatigue crack. So I'm guessing that this surface under pressure has been sort of feeling pressure and wicking, well, not wicking, but sort of moving very slightly back and forth over time, and it generated this very tiny hairline crack. It's either that or it's coming out of this curved edge here, but I don't think so, because it was where the sticker corner was, definitely coming out of the sticker corner, which is this crack here. Well, at least I think it's a crack. I mean, I've looked at it under a magnifying glass, certainly appears to be a crack. So, yeah, there we go. Maybe look for maybe a metal version of this. I don't know. It didn't leak out of this seam here. That wasn't the issue. It's definitely coming out of the back of the unit. And again, it had been fine in operation for, actually you can kind of see the crack a bit better there. It had been fine in operation for like 3.5 years. So there we go. Yeah, that makes it a little bit clearer that it's a crack. Yeah, there we go. So probably avoid this. ASDA hose splitter.